John, you've said many amazing things about John Smale tonight. So how would you boil this down? I mean, you gave your heart and soul to this book. The book is called Here Forever. What do you want people to know about the timelessness of John Smale's legacy?
Well, you say working on this book, it's been a labor of love, is what this has been. What I hope they'll get through the book, those who knew him maybe a little bit, those that didn't know him at all, I hope they will get an understanding of what was a unique, life-changing leader, whose character, whose beliefs, and whose actions were consistent in a remarkable way. I've had two pictures on my desk now for maybe 20 years, one for 30 or 40. There are two pictures. One is of William Cooper Proctor. I grew up, having learned about Procter & Gamble, viewing William Cooper Proctor as an icon. That I have on the wall. I have the photograph of John right next to my desk. It's a great photograph of him. And when I face decisions again and again, tough decisions, I look at that photograph and I ask myself, what would John do? What would John have done in this situation? It's hard to be able to convey this man, some of you did know him, without having been in the room with him, having observed all the decisions he made. One of the things that most, I won't say surprised me, but was an eye-opener in this book for me, even knowing him as well as I did, is the enormous impact he had on the lives of individual people, that they remember today from 25 years ago as if it were yesterday, as life-changing events. Charlotte Otto, Janet Reed, down the list again and again, and you'll read about them. It's amazing. And it didn't just happen yesterday. These are memories. They're memories of interactions. Mark Levy, Sue Thielemeyer was having a baby. She was worried at that time whether you could have a baby and still work. John took her aside and said, "You're with friends here." Rob talked about the challenge from Ed to show the whole man, to show the humanistic side. I hope you'll agree with me, I think you will, that Rob succeeded in that goal. The lessons are there, the principles are there, the decisions are there, but I don't think you'll leave this book, that you'll leave that final chapter of this book, which is positively brilliant, if I might say, positively brilliant, without understanding the human side of John Smale, as well as knowing, or at least as I feel, that of all the leaders I've known, and I've known some great ones, I've chaired the board of Walt Disney, chaired the board at Yale, nonprofits, not to mention the P&G leaders that I've been blessed to know, that John is the one, as I say in my foreword, who stands tallest because of what he stood for, what he believed, and what he did, and very importantly, by how he made people feel. By how he made people feel. Because I think in the long run, people may remember more than anything, not what you said, not what you did, but how you made them feel. And certainly he made, I think, those of us who knew him feel they were part of something bigger than themselves, as Rob said so well. Part of something. We all want to live our lives to a worthy purpose. We've only got one. We want it to be part of something that has a good purpose to it, that's surrounded with good values and good people. John was so dedicated to that proposition being made real in Procter & Gamble, and he did it. He did it. I think, what did we say, 7 CEOs? Was it 7 who learned from John and Procter & Gamble? And then you'll see the endorsements in the book from Paul Pullman, who left to go to Unilever, Chip Berg, many other leaders who grew up, who remember 20, 25, 30 years ago, the influence John had on them as they were growing up. And there'd be countless more who would say the same thing. So there's a lot here. I hope you'll read the book fully, and I hope you'll share it with your friends, because the dedication now is to get this out and benefiting other people.